Welcome into Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic tonight. As I flip my computer around so you guys can see the festivities going on. It's early. Tip off at 7:30. We'll start your pregame show here in about 20 minutes. I'm Adam Osland. Appreciate you, chat. Let me know if you can hear me. Just put out the tweet at follow Adam A. Heard from Coach Lou earlier talking about Amir Coffey being in the starting lineup as expected. No Norman Powell tonight on his bobblehead night. It's unfortunate. We also heard Norm will be out on Friday as well when the Clippers are taking on the Kings here. Mio's first. He must have thought he was second because at first he was like, F your first. But then when he realized it was him, then he was more polite with it. Bread 1 is in. What up, what up? Josh said sound is good. Good, good. I think Big Bro's putting some work in. What did you eat over there?
Ice cream. America's favorite dessert.
Brian Seaman's favorite dinner.
True.
It's good to be back with you guys. We had a Clippers Talk After Dark show previewing tonight's contest last night around 10 o'clock. Thought about doing another show earlier today, but I didn't have time. Things got busy.
Oh, I would support that.
Good to be back at Intuit Dome. Next two here before the Clippers head out on the road. Oh, Mijo's in the wall tonight.
Man, do it till next season.
3 dozen said
I
first.
think you should put it back. I would have that.
Not exactly. It's a rarity when 3 dozen is this late. Typically, he snags first place. You know, he's on the top of the podium, Mario Kart style with the champagne bottle. Who else we got in here? Let me know if you're here. Hello, if you can hear me. Clippers and Orlando Magic pregame show starting in 20 minutes from now. I'm excited for this one. Two of the best defensive teams in the league. Magic are ranked second. They've won 6 games in a row. They have not given up 100 points in those last 6 games. Not the totality, but, you know, in any of those 6 games, they haven't given up 100 points. 3 dozen. I'm not disappointed. I'm just shocked. Dominique Carter said, let's go Clips. Jonathan Ings in here. I guess I am last according to Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last. 3 dozen said, let's get this W, Clippers. Let's. Hoping for it. As for Jordan Miller minutes, it was interesting. I talked with Joey Lynn pregame. I said, are you going to ask Coach Lou about Jordan Miller? You know, he's a big-time media member. He asked some tough questions in a professional and articulate manner. And Joey Lynn asked him, so, no Norman Powell, kind of begs the question, who could be taking up some more minutes tonight? And he asked Coach Lou if he had a plan for that. He asked him about the particular player after Coach Lou said, yes, he had a plan. And Coach Lou said he couldn't remember. I think it's Jordan Miller tonight, guys. I think we're seeing Jordan Miller in the first half tonight. Jay said, let's go Clippers. Going to have you on while prepping dinner. I don't believe in magic, baby. Johnny said, do you believe in magic? Johnny said, doesn't bode well for the Clippers considering Norm is out. Never know, though. I ain't giving up on this team. We ain't giving up. J-Dog said, what I look forward to every day. Clipper ball. Strong. Yeah, I'm really interested to see. I love Amir Coffey getting the start. Makes sense. We talked about it last night on Clippers Talk and Clips and Dip. We all thought Amir Coffey guy in the starting lineup. Why does my chat keep going down? Stay with me. Bonesaw said Philly fans were going off on PG's recent podcast in the comments. Were they? Oh, I might have to look at that. Art 8 said Bones going to get run today. It's possible. Maybe it's not Jordan Miller. Maybe it's Bones. I don't know. Maybe it's Kobe. Coach Lou said he couldn't remember, which is his classic deflecting from the question answer when he doesn't want to tell you. Because he doesn't give up the game plan to the opposition. So he just slyly says, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Jordan Miller's playing. I'm very confident in that. I'm confident in him. You give him the minutes, I think he's going to have a game. I haven't seen anybody stop him since Summer League. Apparently, nobody was stopping him in G League either. He was 8th in scoring. Ernie said only a mere equivalent sub match is Jordan Miller. ST said Miller equals mill equals grinding. Miller literally means on the grind. Awesome. Josh said praying it's Jordan Miller. Jay said hope we play hard and win. It'll mean a lot to these guys knowing we can get a win without Norman on top of who we are missing already, the Claw. Bonesaw said Miller has to get minutes tonight. I don't see how he doesn't. Jolly said 405 freeway is some BS. Freeways were rough today, guys. I think that's why there's less people here at this time than usual right now. Bonesaw said Lou already played Miller before Bones. True. Yanni Tears said Miller against the Magic, the #1 defense, is a perfect situation. Bad game is understandable. Good game equals unstoppable. Are they? They were #2 last night, ranked defense. Let me check. Do we have an update? Yeah, they're still #2 behind OKC. OKC's playing right now, though. King Trent TV said when the Clippers get to wearing the red jerseys. When do they? I don't know, chat. Do we have a date on the red jerseys? Is it January when they start wearing them? 3 Dozen said hope Jay Miller can become another homegrown talent like Man and Coffee. Same. 3 Dozen says with consistent minutes and a long-term deal down the road. He's turning 25 at the end of the season, so in January, actually. So he needs to be playing now, tonight. It is time. I can't wait any longer for Jordan Miller. Let's see. No, #2. Jazz are #2 in defensive rating. Jonathan Ing said, I hope Ty lets Miller have a long leash to play through any mistakes he may make tonight. Me too. Bonesaw said, the Wagner brothers are playing really well right now. We need to slow them down. Dan Wynn said, is this game a cup game? No, but Fridays is. Yeah, we rolling. Was already on top of it. Corey said, with Banchero out, there's no excuse losing this game. They've won 6 in a row without Banchero. They've won 6 in a row without Banchero. They have not given up 100 points in any of those games. The Magic are good. The defense isn't a fluke. They've been good. Triple J said Miller is taking whose spot when Kawhi comes back? I think you guys are working yourselves up, only get disappointed. Mio said traffic is horrible heading into the stadium. It was from Burbank. Other people, who did I talk to earlier? Justin Russo said it took him like 2.5 hours. I don't know where he was coming from, but it wasn't like San Diego. Yeah, Banchero's out. Norm is out. So the Magic are really good. I don't know if you guys knew this. Bonesaw said their 2 highest scorers with Banchero out are the Wagner brothers. I mean, Franz has been averaging 30 and like 10, 30 and I think 7 and 6 or something like that the last 6 games. It's incredible. In fact, I'm going to check that out right now. I've had enough of this, guys. I'm going to the stats. I want the truth. Mo Wagner, Franz, his brother, is a load. Let's see what he's been doing during this winning streak. Last 6 games. I put in the parameters. It comes up like this. Last 6 games where they're 6-0. Franz Wagner is at 29 points, 47% from the field, 37% from 3, 6 boards, 6 assists. 29, 6, and 6 in the last 6 games. Oof. His bro, Mo, is at 14 points per game. 61% from the field, 42% from 3, plus 4.5 boards and 1 assist. Yeah, doing damage. Three doesn't said any players on the court right now, Adam. I'll show you. We got Terrence Mann. Man, top side, 3-pointer, fires, rims in and out. Top of the arc, Terrence Mann puts it up, puts it in. Terrence Mann above the break 3. Cash. T-Man connects again. Nico Batum in the near side corner. Batum straight down the strings. Batum with a flick of the wrist, misses on the second, rims out. Batum 1 for 3. Batum 1 for 4. This is money. Oh. I think he's going to play 15 minutes. I do. I do. 3 dozen said, "Do you do your tongue twister warm-ups before the broadcast, Adam?" 6 thick thistle sticks, 6 thick thistle sticks, 6 thick thistle sticks. Why not, Katie? I didn't know you were listening. What the hell? How are you? We good? You know. It's great, actually. I'm home. When's the party again? Oh, I got you the Disney tickets if you want them. Yeah. I mean, I think I have to pick them. I don't. How did they? They're like physical tickets. I didn't think that happened anymore. Maybe I'm used to Intuit Dome. I didn't think anyone did physical tickets. All right. I'll get them and drop them off your box or whatever. What else I gotta say? Bonesaw, Big Zoo needs 20 plus. I'd like that. What's funny is Coach Lou, last night I said on Clips and Dip, first to 80 wins. Coach Lou said that pregame too, joking around. It's going to be a defensive slugfest, a rock fight. We might not have an interview, Katie. Triple J. Oh, okay. Triple J said Bamba should help Zoo get some rest. Yep. Jay said smooth, Adam, real smooth. LOL. Just kidding. All right, player to watch, T-Man. 3 dozen. How many minutes to think? You think Harden's playing tonight, Adam, with Norman out? I don't think he's gonna. I mean, he just played 40. I don't think he can go back-to-back games of 40 minutes. We'll see. Jay said, player to watch, Mo, going up against his former team. Not bad. I like that call. Might give us a spark without Norman. Lolly Lou said, hey, Adam, looking sharp. Keep up the good work. Go Clips. Appreciate it. Pregame starts in 5 minutes here, guys. Wall's starting to fill up. And they did a lot of work Monday night. 10 missed free throws for the Golden State Warriors. What will the signs be tonight? Charlemagne. Oh. You know what's up? Dan Wynn said predictions. A good game? The girls tour. See, Drake lost the way. The reason this is such a great diss track is because it's catchy and just a good song. Like he can write all the cool bars and wordplay verses he wants, but you got to actually make a cool song. That's what Kendrick did. Which one? A minor. Yeah, I'll say. He went for the jugular. Who doesn't said got to make it out to a game soon. Got to say hi to you at the game as well, Adam. We are at Broadcasting Row. Jake, where are we seated at? Section 25? Section 25. You'll see a long media row. Please. Please. All right. Okay, oh, you saw the text from Brian. Never mind. Yeah, it's gonna be a chess match in this one. No Bancaro, no Norman Powell. Can they figure it out? I think they can in a low-scoring affair. Giannis got 38 through three quarters. There's our lead statistician, Chris Taylor. Carlo Jimenez, Big Brother Jake Warner. We starting in 2 minutes here, guys. Hey, did you like how Coach Lou said what I did on Clips and Dip, first to 80? I said the exact same thing.
You and T. Lou, man, lined up. I got B. Shaw, by the way.
Nice.
He's great, man. He's a great interview. Very kind.
For sure.
Bashaw.
You guys watch Cobra Kai? I'll ask it again. I'm doing promotion for them. It's my favorite. All right, guys, starting in 30 seconds. Are we there yet? Katie? Katie. 6:30. I don't hear anything.
No, we don't hear nothing.
Welcome into Clippers Countdown. As your 8-7 LA Clippers are in the middle of a 4-game homestand where they'll take on a beast from the East and the 9-6 Orlando Magic, who have won 6 straight somehow since Paolo Banchero went down, as they've waved a magic wand seemingly and have made opposing offenses disappear by using their second best defense in the league against them. But the Clippers have a top 10 defense as well and needed it with a few big shots late against the Golden State Warriors Monday night in order to hold on to another big win here at Intuit Dome. Nope. Is it on the air? Nope.
No, just you.
The Clippers would find a way to keep the Warriors under 100 points in their 102-99 victory as James Harden played through illness and had 16 assists with a couple key passes to Norman Powell for 3 late, along with Amir Coffey stepping up on both ends. Here was Coach Lue on the Clippers getting their second victory against the best team in the West in the Golden State Warriors this season.
Yes.
Can the Clippers stay afloat without not just number 2, but number 2-4 tonight as Norman Powell is out with a hamstring injury? Tip time from Intuit Dome between the Clippers and Magic is just about 57 minutes away. Coming up, We'll have Brian Shaw on the show, plus Toare Azari from Clutch Points. But up next, we'll get to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Was it still copy? Yeah, traffic was bad today. We rolling. You were not rolling.
Took me 90 minutes to get here from Walnut.
Manny said, let's get this dub tonight. The realist, when we get in that interview with Adam and Kawhi, I don't know. Don't hold your breath. Dan Wynn said, hashtag Powell Rangers. What happened to Carlo?
He had to step out. There he is right there.
Keep rolling. Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. This is the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. This is Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Moslin. Still to come, you're going to hear from assistant coach Brian Shaw, B. Shaw. But first, join the show. Here's your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, how we doing?
Adam, we're good. We're doing good. We're back here at Intuit Dome where things have been going well for the LA Clippers so far this season. So no complaints. I'm hanging out with you and Chris, big bro. Squad's in the building.
It's
a great day. It's a great day.
Let's go. TM squad in the building here at Intuit Dome. Clippers have won 5 straight now here at Intuit Dome, and they made it 5 straight victories over the Golden State Warriors with that 102-99 final Monday night here. We know Norman Powell is out tonight, but almost heroic him playing through the hamstring injury on Monday night, knocking down those big three-pointers that they needed oh so badly in the fourth quarter.
The Clippers had multiple timely buckets in that game against the Golden State Warriors, and Norman Powell, Mr. Fourth Quarter, as we called him last year, continues to show that he deserves that nickname, Adam. I thought he was especially great finding space off the ball. How many times did James Harden find Norman Powell wide open because he was moving away from the ball in that game and able to get away from his defender? Super effective stuff for Norman Powell. Obviously a big-time loss tonight, but for the Clippers, you got to feel good with the way Norm's playing, Adam. He has shown that the 6-7 game start is not just a great start to the season. He has had a great 14 games to this season.
It's quite the sample size now, so hopefully he's back sooner than later. We did find out from Coach Lou earlier in his pregame presser that he'll be out Friday as well. So the Clippers dealing with some injury adversity. James Harden playing through an illness, by the way, the last couple of games. We found that out post-game Monday night. Still didn't shoot the basketball great, but had 16 assists out there, just 3 turnovers.
Yeah, he was excellent. He was able to get his teammates involved. It continues to affect the game without scoring and a very high clip, and just steadies the ship for this Clipper team, Adam. You always feel confident with this group out there and James Harden on the floor, no matter who the other 4 is, because he's able to control the pace of the game. Also, second straight game in which he had 2 steals and 2 blocks. That's back-to-back game with 4 stocks for James Harden. Come on now, stock up. Big-time stuff from James, who continues to show his defense is as effective as his offense has been this season. His ability to strip the basketball, to poke it out of bounds, to be pesky on the defensive end, some of the quickest hands we've seen for this Clipper team. And I think that's huge down the stretch when guys are driving into the lane trying to get downhill. Big time game from James Harden, and with no Norman Powell today, wouldn't be surprised to see him get 18, 17 shots up in this contest.
Amir Coffey got up a three-pointer that fell for him in that fourth quarter. But speaking of defense, what he did against Steph Curry was spectacular. That's why he stayed out there on the court late. He had that rear view contest with the block. He's been playing great going back to the preseason. This is just what he does now. He is this guy. I don't know if he can shoot 45% from the outside all season long, but hey, he was at 38% all of last season. So we know there's a big enough sample size in his career where this shooting is for real now.
His shooting is for real, his defense is for real, and his minutes are for real. Adam, coming in to this last game, or to tonight's game, which would be game 16 of the season, last year Amir Coffey had 12 total points in game 16 of the season. He's scored in double figures 7 times off the Clipper bench. He's just been so much more effective and consistent than last season, especially to start the year out of the rotation, now in the rotation for this Clipper team. Amir Coffey is another steadying presence, and also somebody, Adam, who's shown that when he's given the green light to be aggressive defensively, he can play defense without fouling and get some steals, some pokes, some deflections. We saw that multiple times on Steph Curry. He made as hard as you can make it a night for Steph Curry, and Amir Coffey stepped up to the challenge big time for this Clipper team. I thought, Adam, of all the games defensively he's played, the last couple here at Intuit Dome, it might have been the best of his career.
Yeah, Terrence Mann, I feel like, has also turned a bit of a corner right now. After struggling with the starters, now he's coming off the bench. He looks much more comfortable. 3 out of his last 5 games, he's been much better out there, just playing Terrence Mann-like basketball, which means, yeah, he's going to get you 10 points, plus 5 boards, plus 6 assists, a couple of steals. That's what he ended up having in the box score against the Golden State Warriors. But a big near-side corner 3 after missing one earlier in the fourth quarter, and the throwdown on Kyle Anderson. Energy plays from Terrence Mann, and hopefully that gives him that confidence boost now that he feels better about how his season's going.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit of a change of scenery from being able to ingest the game on the bench and then come in and attack. And that has seemed to really benefit Terrence Mann, Adam, a stat sheet stuffer, as he's been called in his career. Did it once again, like you mentioned. And honestly, the confidence continues to grow, and we all act surprised. But how many years in a row has Terrence Mann had a slow start? At the end, at some point, this just has to be something we can expect, and no longer a conversation 7 games into the year, because Terrence Mann, in the time that he's been a Clipper, has been a slow starter, but he always comes around to be that effective scorer and great defender that the Clippers need. You can't win a championship in October, and Terrence Mann's starting to turn the corner for the Clippers.
And he's proven to finish strong, whether in games like on Monday or in seasons. Clippers tonight taking on the Orlando Magic here at Intuit Dome. Carlo Jimenez is on the call, and up next, he's got his one-on-one interview with assistant coach Brian Shaw right here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Guys, are the Sixers even playing right now? Why are you killing PG so much? Big bro, the chat is destroying Paul George.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He got hurt?
Yeah,
Tonight?
he rolled his ankle.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
George rolled his ankle. He went to the locker room to get looked at.
Call me a casual. Well, guys, we don't want to pile on him because he got hurt here. Man, what a brutal start. Okay, they're down in Memphis. They could drop to 2-12 here. Oh my goodness. Nico, my cousin, is here. I'm flipping the Nico wave. I'll wave back. Where are you at the wall? How high are you? If you can see, wave. I'm looking for you. Gotta love the wall. Oh. I didn't see the podcast comments today or the subject matter, whatever he was talking about. So Paul George rolled his ankle, what, early in the game? Oh my goodness. He hyperextended his knee, somebody's saying? Again? No way. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm watching the injury. Oh, bro, he did. I think he rolled his ankle and hyperextended his knee.
Yeah, it looked pretty gruesome.
Dude. Sorry, kid, I couldn't hear you. What you eating over there? Protein or Famous Amos? Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic here at Intuit Dome as they've tried to make it 6 straight victories here at the Dome. The Dome is home. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown. Tip-off is just about 48 minutes away. Still to come. We'll get your player to watch, and we'll go back in time in Clippers Rewind. But first, we're going back over to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez.
Intuit Dome is equipped with multiple emergency exits located throughout the arena. These exits are clearly marked with illuminated exit signs. Take a moment to locate the nearest exit to your seat. Floor and club level fans will make their way up or down the aisles and through the portals on the main level. Terrace, halo loft, and suite level fans should take the nearest emergency stairwell down to the main level. Elevators and escalators will not be in use. We ask all fans to exit into a dome on the main level. Emergency exit stairwells are located in each of the 4 quadrants of the building. If you need mobility or wheelchair assistance, please notify the arena host near the stairwell. Remember to remain calm and exit with the rest of your section. Once outside, make your way to the designated emergency assembly point located outside the arena. Arena team members will be there to assist you and provide further instructions. Follow their directions promptly and stay together with your group. In case of a minor injury, we have trained medical team members stationed on the floor, main, and terrace levels, equipped to handle emergency medical needs. If you require medical attention, please notify the nearest arena team member. If you need to report an emergency, contact the nearest arena team member or simply use the app. Again, your safety is our number 1 priority. We appreciate your awareness of the surroundings in case of an emergency. Enjoy the show and welcome to Intuit Dome.
Carlo Jimenez there with B Shaw pregame. Tip-off from Intuit Dome is just about 45 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. It's Clippers Countdown. And coming up next, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Seriously, man, turn the injuries off. If anyone knows how this feels, it's Clippers fans, guys. Don't be dunking on Philly and PG. This sucks. Yeah, the Anthony Melton earlier. That's a big blow for Golden State. It's just crazy. Clippers without Norman Powell tonight, I mean. And Friday. We already know he's out Friday, too, so. The good news? Well, it's going to be a big opportunity for somebody coming off the bench, and I think that's going to be Jordan Miller. Huh, Adrian just said it. Hey, Miller time. I'm assuming it's Jordan Miller tonight. Going to get real minutes. I'm excited about that.
I know that guy right there. I know that guy right there. The Egypt. Egyptian love is the building.
You guys want to watch Amir Coffey, James Harden warm up? Amir, the confidence is high. There's a 30-footer. Back of the rim and out. Boom. 1 of 2. James Harden, near side corner 3. Money. We're all assuming Miller's playing tonight. Clippers and Orlando Magic here from Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just about 43 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. This is Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we'll get your player to watch. But first, we're going back in time to Clippers Rewind just about 3 years ago to December 11th of 2021. In theaters, top of the box office was Spider-Man No Way Home. Loved it. Adele was at the top of the Billboard charts with her song Easy on Me, and the Clippers were in a tough one late against the Magic at home. The young goat Noah Eagle on the call as Reggie Jackson dropped in that game winner, plus 25 points and a 106-104 victory over the Orlando Magic. That was back at Crypto.com Arena. I think it might have been called Staples Center then in 2021 still. Reggie Jackson now a member of the Philadelphia 76ers, who the Clippers will see in Philly coming up in just a few days from now. Clippers taking on this Orlando Magic bunch that has won 6 games in a row. They got the second best defense in the league. And tip-off is just 40 minutes away. Here at Intuit Dome, I'm Adam Osland. Coming up next, your player to watch right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Who's waving? Ray, you waving? I don't see you, Ray, where you at? 14? Is that before the plexiglass or after? Before? I don't see anybody waving. Ray goes to me. Wait, is that you standing there with the number 2 jersey on? Or is that somebody on the phone? I don't know. I'm waving at somebody like an idiot. I don't think that was Ray. I was there at that game, Jeremy Mormon.
What up, Zach?
Hi, Zach. During what? It's no problem. Hello. There are no crappy seats at Intuit Dome, Ray. I'm hungry. I'm gonna need some yogurt dots in a little bit here.
Mission Week Basketball Showcase here at Intuit Dome, Friday, January 10th. This all-day event will feature top high school basketball programs from Southern California's elite conferences and all the information.
Clippers and Orlando Magic here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 39 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown. Still to come, Toare Azari from Clutch Points will be here. We'll sort through some misinformation. Somebody spun his words on the internet. That never happens. But first,
Secure your house today. Be a part of the action all season.
calling my shot, Jordan Miller, my player to watch tonight. Don't even know if he's for sure playing, but I think he's going to be. And that's why Coach Lou was being so coy pregame, talking about who would be soaking up some of those minutes with Amir in the starting lineup, who's playing those backup minutes that Amir typically plays. Obviously, no Norman Powell. He's got to fill in with the starters. Who's going to back him up? I think Jordan Miller is the guy to do that. In his last outing in 10 minutes, he had 11 points as he went 9 of 10 from the free throw line in just 10 minutes in Houston. Clippers lost that game big, but Houston was not trying to give up free throws late. They wanted that game over. It was that last Friday night. Nobody's been able to stop Jordan Miller at every level he has played at so far. So, interested to see what happens if he can get 15-plus minutes tonight at the ultimate level here in the National Basketball Association. I'm talking about first half minutes from Jordan Miller. Want to see him wreak havoc, get into the paint, because nobody typically does against the Orlando Magic. They are number 1 in opponents' paint points per game. They're giving up just about 40. They need what Jordan Miller brings. Just a guy who plays in traffic, who plays through contact, who then gets to the charity stripe, gets some and ones, gets some easy buckets, and has some no-dip threes to him too. Jordan Miller, my player to watch. Well, we have a moment, though. Why don't we pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Get your tickets. Clippers.com/tickets or tickets.
Coming up next, we got your injury report right here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Why is Ray trying to act like he's breaking news? Like we didn't hear that from Coach Lou an hour ago. I always am. Nothing new. Nothing new at all. I don't know why Jake's giving me this look right now. Brian Seaman was trying to give me a look too. You see Brian? Glasses on, trying to look smart. Not fooling me. Wait, you got a Jordan Miller jersey? Somebody's got a Jordan Miller jersey? For real? Norm's going to be in the swell in the wall? That'd be dope, right? Yeah, Norm's out Friday too. Uh-oh. The big dog's here. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Big Tomer. It's all good, Ray. I was just giving you a hard time. It's good to keep them informed. You know what happens if they're not. Timeouts galore. Adrian said the last time Jay Mill went in the game was the crowd cheering hella loud for him. Adrian from NorCal like me. Are you hella from NorCal? You got a white Jordan Miller jersey? That's calling your shot too. Mad respect, as Ray said. I don't know why Tomer moved further away from me. I don't know why he moved further away from me. He's scared of me.
What do you want?
You can talk.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, prize picks. They're nice.
Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 34 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. You're listening to Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. Still to come, we got Toare Azari coming on from Clutch Points. But first, let's get your injury report brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the app today and you can use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. For the Orlando Magic, no Wendell Carter. He's still out with a foot injury, and no Banchero still. He had that right torn oblique after getting off to such a hot start this season. But Orlando has fought past the injuries anyways. They have won 6 in a row. They have the second best defense in the league. And Franz Wagner is averaging 29, 6, and 6 over the last 6 games where they are undefeated. Tall task for the Clippers, who will be without Norman Powell. They will be without him on Friday, too, with that left hamstring strain. Still no Kawhi Leonard for the crew as well. Tip-off is just about 33 minutes away. Coming up next, Toare Azari from Clutch Points right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Did you see that BS report?
The Kawhi thing?
I told you. Yeah.
I looked it up. Yeah, you weren't the only one to text me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple people did. I didn't know. Shooting a little bit is participating. Is cleared for shooting.
That is
cleared
not
for
the
shooting.
same thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was. Because I don't even think you said it's cleared for shooting. Like when you texted me, you just said that he's shooting. I don't know what did you say.
What did I say? I said shooting drills. Did you say he's clear for shooting drills? Because that's what the
Take part in
report
shooting
said.
drills, yeah.
I
So-
figure you just tweet out what Kai Lu said, which we all heard.
Literally the quote, shooting a little bit.
Right.
That's all he's doing. Yeah. That was the quote.
Chat, we talked about it last night. I was doing a show. I texted you
Oh,
on
they can
the
hear
show.
us? Yeah, that was.
They can hear us right now.
Yeah, all it was shooting a little bit. The question was, Kawhi, we don't know too much. He hasn't done too much, but what has he done? What can you tell us that he has done? And the question was shooting a little bit.
That's it.
And that was it. So
And he kind of laughed about it.
yeah, so it was not definitely not a news breaking, groundbreaking report or anything.
Yeah. This wasn't like Kawhi is doing this in part of the ramp up process, and now he's worked his way up to shooting drills. That is not what he said at all. And RotoWire spun it from Tomer's tweet.
It's okay. I guess I don't know. I guess I could see how that's taken that way, but I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't.
I think it's disingenuous garbage.
Yeah, I don't think you should pull and assume from that.
Because somebody said it in the chat to me Monday, and I was like, what?
Oh, that he was cleared?
That said that he was cleared for shooting drills. They said RotoWire. So then I looked it up yesterday because I remembered that, and I saw the report, and I was like, that is not what Coach Lou said.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I was right there. And you tweeted out the exact quote.
Yeah, but that's okay. Hopefully he is cleared for shooting drills soon. I don't know.
That'd be nice.
We probably won't hear about that though.
Yeah, guys, when he starts practicing, then you can start to get excited. Clippers and Orlando Magic here from Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. Tip-off is just about 29 minutes away. Coming up, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard, but join the show right now from Clutch Points is Toare Azari. Follow him on X at TOMERAZARLY. Tomer, thanks for coming on the show again.
Thank you very much for having me, Adam. How are you?
I'm good. Clippers good. Here at Intuit Dome, it's been a safe haven recently. After losing their first 4 games here, they've now won 5 in a row. Do you feel like they're starting to settle into their new surroundings, as is Clipper Nation, when we see the Wall get 10 free throws missed by the Golden State Warriors on Monday? I thought that was special.
Yeah, I think they are. I think obviously part of the adjustment with all this is these are very routine oriented players. They like their routines. They like their midday nap after their shoot around and their certain meals. So when you have a new arena, I think you really got to figure out how some of those times really work. And I think obviously they got off to a great start. The home crowd, the people that have shown up have been great. And I think it's been a fun atmosphere so far. I mean, the Halo board continues to be a wonder. We're seeing new things from it all the time. And I think they've really established themselves as a nice little home court here. The Wall has been great. Kind of helped force, whether you want to admit it or not, they helped force a couple misses against the Warriors, which proved to be crucial down the stretch. So, I think it's been great. It's been great to see. I really honestly would wish that more fans would show up, but I understand it's a little further away. Football season still going on, so there's still time to turn it around. But
They're
so
building
far
new
it's been great.
habits.
So far it's been great.
Yeah, it's been great, and I think everybody's getting used to having really a new home in their first home ever. Clipper Nation, pinch me. I'm still here at Intuit Dome, just going. I can't believe this is real right now. It feels like augmented reality sometimes, but this Clippers team came through late, even though they didn't score the last 2 minutes and 37 seconds Monday night against the Golden State Warriors. The defense was good enough. They may have been fortunate with Steph Curry missing a shot, and then Gary Payton the second as well late. But the block by Amir Coffey on Steph Curry was huge down the stretch. And this is just a team that we know they're going to be in a lot of dogfights because their offense keeps teams in games while their defense keeps themselves in games right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the one thing that you love about this team. That, well, I shouldn't say love because I think fans would much rather have an easier win than, a down to the wire win over and over again. But you can rely on this defense. They can rely on this defense to take them home when their offense isn't able to carry them at times. I think while it is positive to see that, it's not a recipe for like 82 game success. Like your offense does need to be better. They need to turn the ball over way less. The first thing Ty did when he sat down was scoffed, shook his head, and I said, Ty, what are you looking at? He goes, 20 turnovers again, leading to 30 some points for them. So again, then that's the best team in the West on that day. So the defense again has been incredible. It's something they can rely on, but it's not something you want to rely on every single night.
Yeah.
I think James had better shooting nights. Didn't really shoot the ball that well, but better shooting nights. Norm was great. Zeus struggled a little bit, but he was solid down the stretch. So you really want your offense to be to help you more often. But again, like you said, defensively they can hang their hat there, and they know that even though they may not get buckets every time down, they're able to get stops and communicate defensively and get stops and hopefully ignite a break out of that. But their offense, certainly their offense needs to improve. They need to shoot the ball better. They need to get better looks, and they just need to stop turning the ball over. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know if they lead the league. I know they were top 3 last time I looked in turnovers.
Yeah.
If they just cut those down even in half, this is an elite team, and this is a team that's hopefully going to get Kawhi Leonard back.
How much do
Yeah.
you think? I think you talked with them post game in the locker room, but how long was James Harden sick with that illness that he was playing through Monday night with?
I'm pretty sure he's still a little under the weather. I mean, he sounded pretty congested when he spoke to us. He mentioned chest tightness, and I think it's something he picked up in Houston. So I think when you have a road trip like that, it's been a little colder here in LA. Cold for us, anyways.
It's 60 degrees, man. Where's my burger?
Freezing. But I think he's still dealing with the effects of the illness. But he said the other day, like, if I can play, I'm going to play. There's no illness is going to hold me out. A little chest tightness, something I can play through. So it's good to see him play through that. And I think we saw last year when he had the shoulder issue, he still played through all the injuries and didn't shoot the ball well, but still was determined to go out there and play. So you admire that, and they need it, especially with a guy like Norm Powell out tonight. So I think he's feeling better, not 100% yet, but he will be there soon.
Has this team at all exceeded your expectations right now, being 8-7 without having Kawhi Leonard out there for a game yet?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think they have exceeded most people's expectations, I would say, at this point.
Certainly the
8-7.
national media, since they had him like 12th in the West.
I mean, I don't even think it's a disrespect thing. I think there were just a lot of question marks about who could fill in such a big offensive role. How could they bring in 5 or 6 new guys with a new defensive coach, and how quickly could they make that work? I don't think there was a question that they could figure it out defensively and be good, later into the season with more time. But they were kind of really good right off the jump. Like they were. Even Ty said at one of the practices I asked him, I think it was about 6 or 7 games in the season, he said even he was surprised at how quickly they've been able to gel defensively, and that's been something they can rely on. So, yeah, certainly I think I'm definitely a little surprised. I think some of the things were expected, like Norm's big offensive production, James's playmaking, and ability to create. Zoo being a force inside has been expected, but I think Amir Coffey's been a really, really good presence for them off the bench, very consistent, closed out a lot of games for them so far this year. Terrence Mann, hasn't had the shot going, but in that game against Toronto had 2 huge stops down the stretch there in a close game. And so I think everyone's kind of done a little bit. Kevin Porter Jr. is starting to figure it out a little bit more. So I definitely think, this team is surprised. They played better than expected, but I think now it's time to build on that. you can't just be satisfied with this.
We heard from Coach Lou pregame, spill the beans on the starting lineup. Typically, you're the guy asking him about the starting lineup. I don't know if you got it in today.
I was running a little late today. Had some prior commitments that I had to deal with, so I apologize for that.
But we know Amir Coffey's going to be in it. You mentioned him a second ago.
Right.
Is that a no-brainer decision? Is that just the easy guy to blend in with the rest of the starters?
I mean, I think it could have been Terrence or Amir, pretty easily, either one of those two. But I also think that there's something with Terrence on the bench right now that's really working well as a second unit energy booster kind of guy. I think he's had two of his best games of the season coming off the bench these last 4-ish games or so. So I think clearly something's working there, and I don't think they really want to tweak that. Hopefully Norm's not out too long. I got to talk to him pregame. He's good spirits.
Okay.
He said that he feels better already than he did, yesterday and the day before. So, I think the medical staff, obviously hamstring injuries are very, very delicate injuries, or they're soft tissue. So you got to be really careful. Got to make sure that he's 100% by the time he comes back. But he told me he's feeling good. He's in high spirits, and hopefully not out too long. But you never know with this type of thing.
We know he's already out on Friday. Would you expect him back for the road trip the way he was talking about it with you?
I don't know. I mean, I think I expect him to travel for sure. But you just don't know. Again, those soft tissue injuries can be, you wake up a little different. I'm sure he was running on adrenaline, and he talked about it being a bit of a pain tolerance thing. So, I think we'll kind of see. Take it day by day, and that's a true day to day, I feel like. But you want to make sure, again, with the workload that he's had, the minutes load that he's had, just the overall usage he's had, you want to make sure he's 100%. You don't want to bring him back a little too early, then have to be out with him, without him for a couple weeks. So, want to make sure he's 100%. Good thing he was able to close out the game the other day. Gave us some big buckets, and they won down the stretch. Just make sure he's 100% before you bring him back. I think is most important.
With Amir Coffey getting the call up with the starting unit in this game, who do you think fills some of his bench minutes? Is it Jordan Miller time finally? Come on, Tomer.
Well, no, I know everyone's asking for it.
Shouldn't it be? Coach Lou
yes,
was all
I am on Blue Sky. I think Jordan can certainly fill that role out. I think he has potential to. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays. I think Ty has gone 9 deep, and I think he's kind of done that every single game this season. With Mo Bamba back, I think that obviously takes Kai kind of out of the rotation for now. So yeah, I certainly think that someone else will need to fill in, for Amir Coffey on the bench, and I think Jordan has proven that he can, in those limited minutes that he's had, be productive. But I think with someone that young, every game's kind of different. But I would not be surprised if he played tonight. I would not be surprised if he was a contributor off the bench. I think they'll need it, especially without Norm, who is a major offensive weapon for this team. If there's anyone who's as good as drawing fouls as Norm, maybe aside from James, it would be Jordan Miller.
Yeah.
So,
Mo Bamba, what have you liked? What you've seen with him in a Clippers uniform so far?
yeah, I mean, I think he's rebounding at an extremely high rate. I think he's got a high defensive IQ. I think there's, whether it's blocking shots. The other day, he went up for a block, and at the same time was able to get a hand down and deflect a pass that was going down from Draymond to someone else. So it's just high IQ plays like that can really make a difference. I think he's obviously still working his way back into game shape, into the shape that he wants to be in. I think he was limited. That was also a back-to-back, so I didn't want to overplay him too much. Zoo's been fantastic. You also can't wear him into the ground too much, especially this early. So I would expect to see Mo continue to ramp up and get to that 22-minute plateau potentially. I think Zoo, again, has been fantastic, and you really want him out there. But there's been games at times where he looks maybe a little worn down, a little fatigued, and that's to be expected from a 7'1", 7'2" guy playing 35 minutes a game for the first time in his career. So I think Mo's been good. I think there's still, we haven't seen that 3-ball go down yet. I think there's much more that could happen there with the pick and pop with James, especially if they pull Zoo out early, get him some minutes with James. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think Norm obviously commands a lot of attention. So without him, again, it really will need to be a team-wide effort as far as who makes up for that. So, and Mo can be one of those guys. Obviously, he can space the floor. Had a couple big dunks. The alley-oop, reverse one hand, plus the foul. Didn't see that coming. So he's been a pleasant surprise. Good to see so far.
He is Tomer Azari of Clutch Points. Follow him on X and on Blue Sky at Tomer Azari.
And Threads.
And Threads.
Why not?
Tomer, thanks for coming on the pregame show here in the Intel on Norman Powell. You got the exclusive.
I appreciate it. Breaking news. Don't be roto wiring that. It's just a casual conversation. glad to see he's doing well, and no news, but hope that he's not out too long.
At least encouraging to some degree, hearing that he's in good spirits right now. Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic. Tip-off just 19 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Thanks to Toare Azari for coming on. Coming up next, we will get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Tomer is a good one. You know what else is a good one? Yogurt Bites. Welch's. Thank you, Max Vega. Best name in the game. Posting what on LinkedIn? Yeah, the Magic caused a lot of turnovers. Carla, did you see Paul George?
Hyperextended knee.
It was brutal, man.
He's out for a while.
Well, he did it in preseason. It was the same leg.
I know. So that sets him back.
It's unbelievable. Clippers coming onto the court, guys. Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 17 minutes away. I'm Adam Oslin. Coming up, we're heading back to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. But first, let's get you a drive around the league, brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles, so you could choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. Some bad news in Philly. In a game that's taking place in Memphis between the 76ers and the Grizzlies, it looked like Paul George hyperextended the same leg that he did in the preseason, the same leg he did a couple of years ago with the Clippers against OKC in 2023. He left that game early, and the 76ers look to be dropping to 2-12 as they are down by 15. 115-100 is the score with 3.5 minutes left in Memphis. Desmond Bane has 21, 10, and 6. Joel Embiid does have 31 and 9, but again, down big late. In OKC, it's the Thunder up 97-87 over the Portland Trailblazers. Jalen Williams has 30 and 7 assists. And in Houston, they are taking care of the Indiana Pacers. They lead 120-99 with 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Alperen Sengun, 29 and 11 boards. And one more for you. Cleveland Cavaliers bounce back after losing their first game of the season after starting 15-0. They lost to Boston in Boston yesterday. They're back in Cleveland, and they got the victory 128-100 over the New Orleans Pelicans. Jared Allen, fear the fro. Shout out Bob Smith, had 16 and 11 in the victory. And last one, in Milwaukee, the Bucks would win 122-106 over the Chicago Bulls in a game where Giannis Antetokounmpo had 41, 9, and 8 assists. Zach LaVine with 27 in the loss for Chi-Town. Clippers taking on the Orlando Magic tonight here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 15 minutes away. Coming up next, your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Bro, I don't see KPJ out there.
He warmed up. Like he went through his whole
Right.
warm up.
Shout out to my guy Keith Wax in the building.
This is Orlando Magic.
We don't play these guys till March. I'm about to unload the stories tonight. No one will remember them on March 31st. Inside baseball for you Clippers talk folks. I'm always thinking about the everyday listener. So is Adam. So is Jake.
I love the people.
I'm thinking about giving them a timeout. That's what I'm thinking about. Just playing, guys.
No one man should have that much power.
Powered by yogurt dots.
No, I filled this up. So I'm showing. Thank you though.
I might need it. What? Wow. Jake played me. This man's way too happy right now. Clippers and Orlando Magic. Tip time just 13 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. This is Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we'll get to your keys to victory. But first, back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. So, Carlo, Orlando has won 6 straight games, all without Banchero. And Franz Wagner has taken over. He's been dominating and doing it in a variety of ways.
Yeah, last 4 games, Adam averaging 31 points a game. He scored 20 in 8 straight, really taking over the offense, something he did a lot this summer with the German national team. Franz Wagner averaged 19 points a game on nearly 50% from the field. He's very crafty. He gets downhill. I thought it was interesting reading up about him, Adam. A lot of people compare his craftiness to the rim to Manu Ginobili, the way he gets downhill, this change of speeds. He might not be the quickest or the fastest, but he finds his way to the iron every single time, and he's got that quick first step to the rim. And the Clippers will have their hands full with Franz Wagner. Of course, you want to make him a shooter, but he's been shooting the ball well this year, Adam. 46% from the field. Not a lot of weaknesses in his game, and his teammates call him a future All-Star this season.
His brother Mo has also been showing out often the last couple of weeks when they've been on this winning streak. They play so well together, of course. And this team is physical. They're dangerous. They've won 6 in a row. They just won against the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. And they have the second-ranked defense in the league right now, Carlos. So Coach Lou joked about it pregame, but talked about first team to 80 wins this one.
Yeah.
It feels like that type of ball game. It could be a rock fight.
It could be, and that's what we talked about with Brian Shaw pregame, the different change of pace, and both these teams playing at a slow pace. I will say, Adam, Orlando is a little bit unproven to start the year. They only have 1 win over a 500 team. That was against Phoenix in their last game. So this is a group trying to prove they can win on the road, just 2-6 on the road this year. But like you said, 6 straight wins, that's tied for the longest active winning streak in the NBA. They're playing their best basketball without their best player in Paolo Banchero and without Wendell Carter Jr., who was questionable to start the morning and then listed out later in the night. So 2 of their starters are out, and yet they've won 6 straight. Clearly a lot of promise and a lot more room to grow for this Orlando Magic team as they continue to try to go from a team that was promising and young to a true playoff contender and a team that can make a deep run out east.
Speaking of unproven, my player to watch in this game, Jordan Miller. That's who I'm going with. I'm calling my shot.
Call it early.
We don't even know if he's going to play yet.
No,
but
we don't.
Coach Lou was being very inconspicuous or coy with his answer to Joey Lynn earlier, talking about who's going to fill up those backup minutes that Amir Coffey usually is giving now that he's in the starting lineup. I'm hoping it's Jordan Miller, but who's your player to watch in this game, Carlo?
I like that pick, Adam. I think Jordan Miller, if he doesn't play, how do we judge your player to watch? Is that just like
I guess I take an L.
it's
A hard L.
That's just not it's not disqualified, did not finish type of deal in track?
Yeah, I guess it's like an incomplete.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to set the standards for coming into this game.
I'll change the rules later, but
Yeah,
for
of
now
course.
we'll call it that.
Of course. Good.
Who you got?
I think for this Clipper team, Nico Batum has to continue to shoot the ball well from the outside. The Magic are one of the best at protecting the interior of the defense. And so if the Clippers can spread them out a little bit, you feel like you might have success against this Orlando squad. They do everything so well defensively, but they're middle of the road in defending the three-point line. Opponents shoot about 36% against them. That is literally league average. So can the Clippers figure out a way to make Orlando spread out defensively with all that size and all that length? The wider they come towards the arc, the better the Clippers have a chance of getting downhill.
Carlo Jimenez is on the call. Clippers tipping off with the Orlando Magic just 9 minutes from now here at Intuit Dome. Coming up next, we'll get to your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
A local charity that focuses on making waves of change through protecting our coastline and eliminating the use of plastic.
O'Reilly.
Coors Light reminds you to enjoy the game and celebrate responsibly by finding a safe ride home. Whether it's with a designated driver, rideshare, or public transit, the best nights end with everyone getting home safe. As part of the Designated Driver Assist Program, designated drivers can receive a free non-alcoholic beverage as our way of thanking you for promoting safety and fun. For more information or to sign up, visit the nearest Answers portal at Main 6 or Terrace 18.
What's a scat pack? I know what a snack pack is.
I'm making the bathroom sprint. Wish
All
me
right.
luck.
All right.
Now we see it up.
Scat pack. Norman Powell's on the bench, signing some autographs, signing some bobbleheads, just hanging out. It's kind of sad, but it's also kind of cute. See him on the Clippers bench there, talking with people. They love him. Clippers and Orlando Magic tipping off just 6 minutes from now here at Intuit Dome. Let's get to your keys to victory. Well, something Carlo Jimenez just touched upon, but the Clippers have to continue to shoot it well from the outside to loosen up that interior defense of the Orlando Magic. Best in the league when it comes to opponents' points in the paint per game. That's where the Magic rank. They're only giving up 40 points in the paint per game. The Clippers getting close to 50 per game. Something has to give there. But I think it's going to happen through some hot three-point shooting that the Clippers have supplied. Last 9 games, they are second in three-point shooting in the league, just over 40% from the outside. They're shooting about 38% on the season from distance. If they can knock down a couple without Norman Powell, who obviously has been doing it at high efficiency, at high volume, it's not going to be easy, but he brought up Nico Batum. If he could knock down a couple after knocking down 3 against the Golden State Warriors, that would be huge for this team. And then also, both these teams are top 2 in defensive rebounding. So not easy to get offensive rebounds on either squad right now. We will see how the battle of the boards goes in this one. Of course, last but not least, the Clippers have to cut down on the turnovers. 20 turnovers against the Golden State Warriors on Monday. Far too many. They got away with it, but this is going to be a possession battle in this game because it may be a low-scoring affair where every possession is going to be key. Might feel a little bit like a playoff game. All right, here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call. Clippers and Magic from Intuit Dome, and tip-off is coming up next right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.